Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Iggy's Toy Parade and Soldier Review. This is your host, Iggy. How you doing today? I hope everyone's well. Today I'm going to show you a customized item that my brother made for me for Christmas. And my brother is well aware that Iggy likes uh, lithograph art from the 1950s and early 1960s, and he decided that he would make a playset box for me. So what he did is he grabbed a couple of my tiger tanks that I had in storage, and what he was doing is that every Christmas he would box up some of my collectibles and send them to me uh, wrapped up. But he made this customized box for me to send these, and he also put together a model kit for me, which I'll share with you in just a moment. And he would do that every year because there was like an inexhaustible supply of things that he could send to me. And at the time, he was kind of broke. I was too. I'm still broke, but my brother's doing much better now, thank goodness. And so he grabbed a couple of tiger tanks I had in storage. One of them, it looks like he painted because this originally was like a medium gray color. This is a 21st Century Ultimate Soldier 132 scale Tiger 1. And this one is a Forces of Valor Tiger 1 by Unimax Toys. And this one, of course, is die cast with a plastic turret and gun tube. But some of the parts that you see that look like they may have been put on afterwards, such as the towing cable, those are also made of plastic. And I don't know if this is die cast or not. This thing is really heavy. It's a heavy tank. Compared to this one's very light. Very light. Okay? Now, I think I've showed you some of my other tigers. I think I showed you a New Ray tiger that was painted in camouflage, which was pretty cool. Um, but let's talk about the artwork, because that's what made this special. My brother found a lithograph illustration of a American tank, or a Sherman tank, I guess it was supposed to be. I'm guessing from the front slope that it was probably a Sherman. And my brother is a gifted artist, so he, as much as possible, he altered the appearance of the tank and he photoshopped it. And he took the result to a office store like Office Max or something like that, or FedEx or something like that, and he had them reproduce the illustration on paper. And you can see that here's the outline of the paper, and he glued it to the box. And he changed the lettering from, I think it may have said Atomic Tank originally, or Sherman tank or something like that, but he made it a Tiger Tank playset. Then he customized a box interior. Let me show that to you as well. I gotta be careful not to turn this off. So here's the interior that he made for the box. These long slats here are for the tigers to sit in, and then these openings, where am I? These openings here is where he put the soldiers, and underneath this he had the top of the model kit that he got these figures that he put together and painted. So let's take a look at that. This is by Mini Art. You know, I should have looked up Mini Art for you before I started. I'm guessing it's like a Korean company or something, or Japanese. I don't know. To be truthful, I've never seen mini art before. Maybe it's Japanese. I don't know. Uh, Unassembled plastic model. Kit contains 35 parts and making 5 figures in 135 scale. And you can see here that the artist almost made the uniforms correct color. Like this one would be pretty close. The official reed green for, oh, look, he's got the correct boots on. The Africa Corps, their ankle boots were had leather insteps and toes, and then the top part was a canvas that was a reed green canvas. Their helmets were reed green. So this looks pretty good. Now my brother painted all these in a British khaki color. Well, maybe they're not. I think he matched the green on the box. Now, the thing with the German uniforms in the desert is they would fade and they would start to, when they would get photographed, they would look khaki in the photograph. But when they would fade, they were very, very light green color. And much darker green when they were first issued their uniforms. So let's look at the figures. I wonder who the artist was here. I think I like his work. It's pretty good. So if you're looking for Africa Corps crewmen, this set, I mean, it's different scales, 135 as opposed to 132. But, I'll put it up to the tank here, and you can see it works. See that? It's not bad at all. And this one, he's got the pith helmet. And it shows them, I don't know what happened to the, I don't know what you would call that, the ramrod or something, to clean the tank barrel. And this appears to be a Panzer IV on which they're working on here. The Tiger tank had an 88, and I think the Panzer IV had a 50. It's been a while since I've looked that up, so I'll have to check on that. I'm thinking it was a 50, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Tigers did show up in Tunisia, and it was towards the end of the campaign. It's like it was too little too late. They should have sent the 10th Panzer Division to Rommel prior to the arrival of the Americans. So basically what they did is they threw away an entire division. The British and the Americans had them in a sort of pincer move. They were trapped in Tunisia and pushed all the way back to Tunis, and then they surrendered. Some of them escaped by air and some by boat, but about 250,000 men were captured. Okay, let's take a look at this. Now, the Forces of Valor tanks are probably the best. These are really nice. They have nice paint jobs, nice detail. Um, You guys are probably familiar with these. Just give you a top view. So they did a good job with this. The Ultimate Soldier Tiger is no slouch, though. As you can see here, it's pretty good. Now, this one originally was in dark gray, like I said, and my brother painted it so probably so he could include these figures for me. Now, the artwork on the box is unique because my brother customized it, and I when I saw this, I was really happy because I love this vintage advertising. I love the artwork. That's one thing I liked about the Marx play sets was the lithographed artwork. I also like the artwork on the Barzo play sets. Barzo did a Daniel Boone play set, and there was an image of Fess Parker on the front of the box. My friend John met Fess Parker and talked with him for quite a while and said he was a super nice guy. And I think that actually comes across when you watch him on screen, the fact that he was a really good guy. And I would have a hard time believing him in the role of a villain. Now, I don't know if he ever played a villain. I never saw him play one, but I don't think I would like it if he did because he seemed like such a decent guy. Now, I saw him once at his hotel, but I didn't talk with him. He was, about 20, 30 feet away, and I just saw him walk by. I mean, I suppose I could have called out to him and he would have waved or something, but I didn't want to bother the guy. Whereas with my friend John, they were walking toward each other, and so that's how come he had an opportunity to speak with him. But I asked the staff about what it was like working for him. They said that he was one of the nicest people they've ever met. And I believe that because, it's funny with celebrities. Sometimes you don't want to know too much about them because you're disappointed. Like, I was always a fan of Jerry Lewis. And then when I looked into his background, I'm like, oh my God, this guy was a real a-hole. He's a weird contradiction, Jerry Lewis. He could be extremely generous and kind and thoughtful, or he could be the biggest asshole you ever met. And you never knew, I guess, which one you were going to get. His kids were terrified of him. Their mom would yell out, "Your daddy's home, your daddy's home," and all the kids would scatter because they never knew if he was going to be a good guy or a bad guy. So the thing with Fess Parker is he didn't disappoint. If you were a fan of his, he wouldn't let you down. He was a really good person. I was really disappointed when he passed away, and on the cover of People magazine they had a picture of him the size of a postage stamp saying that he passed away. And I'm like, man, you people don't understand what a huge impact he had on kids that were from the 50s and early 60s. Fess Parker was huge as Davy Crockett and then again as Daniel Boone. Anyway, how did I get off on that when I'm talking about a tiger tank? Anyway, I enjoy vintage artwork, and my brother was very kind to make this box for me. He did a really good job with it, I think. Let's see, what else do I have to share with you here? It was nice of him to include this artwork in the box because this way I know who made these. And these are pretty cool, nice poses. And my brother did a nice job painting them. Let's see if I can get you a close up. Is it blurry or is it my glasses? Anyway, nicely done all around. So what we have here is the Forces of Valor by Unimax Tiger 1. Which here, see here. This, by the way, I'd recommend buying. You need to get this. Oh, you know what? I forgot about. When I opened this box up, it had something that my brother did not. Sorry, this keeps falling over. It had something that wasn't originally with it, but this is Series 6 Germans by Ultimate Soldier. And the Series 6 Germans came on a blister carded strip. So instead of 6 figures in a box or a bubble card, it came with 3 figures. And the poses and paint jobs on these are really good. So this is Series 6A. And they also released the Africa Corps, or DAC, Deutsches Afrika Corps, on blister strip cards like these. Let's see if I can show you that. Here's a sample of what they had on the blister card. This is set B. They had set A and B. I think I've showed you those in a previous video. And these are the Italians. I don't think I have any Italians. The majority of the forces facing the British in North Africa were actually Italian. From what I've read, the soldiers were really good and the officers were hit or miss, that some of them weren't very good and others were. But they said the soldiers were not as bad as we've been led to believe. Now, this strip card was from 2007, and I bought it at Walmart, I think in 2009. How long it was sitting on the peg, I don't know, because they had them. This one looks like the top has been cut off, maybe. Anyway, I remember it was on a peg. And that was the very last thing I bought in a store was a PZKW 38T, the Czechoslovakian tank. And that was the last tank I bought in the store, and everything vanished after that. Some of the last vehicles that were available in the store was a Hetzer, a Martyr 3, and the 38T. And then it was the end of an era, not error. He has a strange way of talking. Okay, guys, that's all I've got for you this time. I thought you'd enjoy this unique box illustration that my brother created for me. It's in the style of the old Mark's Playset boxes. Also, now I remember how I got off on Daniel Boone. Barzo's Daniel Boone Playset had some really cool artwork with a illustration of Fess Parker on the box. Okay, guys, that's all I've got for you. And I got to go to work. Yesterday, they called the ambulance because I had an incident. And I, of course, told them I didn't want to go to the hospital. My last visit to the hospital was $81,000, so I didn't want to repeat that performance. Okay, that's all I've got for you. I want to thank you for coming along. I don't know what's going on with my voice. It sounds like I'm losing it. Was I talking that long? I guess I was. So, guys, get out your collections, dust them off. I don't think mice and fleas should be able to enjoy your collection, and you not. Is that proper grammar? I don't think so. You should be able to enjoy them too. Take care of yourselves, your loved ones, your family, your friends, and also take care of your little dudes. Okay? And I'll be seeing you soon. I think next I'll do. What would you like to see? I do have more. I found more GI Joes again, so maybe I'll share that with you. We'll find out. Okay, guys, take care. I'll be seeing you soon. Oh, for those of you who enlisted in the Iggy Army, I want to thank you for that. Those who you haven't, you're AWOL and you need to get busy. you need to uh, you need to subscribe because I'm really falling behind in that. I've been doing this for 2 years and I don't. I have 600, I think. That means my stories are even more boring than I thought. Anyway, thanks, guys. I'll be seeing you soon.